Got a lot on my mind, I'm thinking I'm needing a break to clear up the clutter, dang man. Can I get a minute? Cause the space, man. You been in my head playing games, man. Give me way to control it. Got me feeling like I can't breathe, I can't even hang with the home.
Well, hello everyone. It's your girl Jannie. I'm back again with another video. In this video, I'm actually going to show you how I cut layers into my wigs, specifically synthetic wigs. Now, the wig that I'm wearing is Jannie by Freetress, which I absolutely love and adore. I love the texture of the hair. It's a yaki texture, very nice luster. I can easily run my fingers through it, very natural, very full. Just a really nice go-to wig, everyday kind of wig. Jannie came with some really nice layers. I thought that the layers could have been a little bit more popping, so what I'm going to do is just go in and cut in some layers into this wig. Now, the technique that I'm going to use works on both synthetic and human hair, but it does really well with synthetic hair because when you're cutting layers into synthetic hair, it's a little difficult because the hair is made out of fibers. It's not human hair. So you really have to focus more on how you cut it and shaping it into those layers rather than putting in products and heat. So to prep, I'm just going to take a wide tooth comb and run the comb through the wig. This wig has very minimal shedding, doesn't shed very much. I do get a few hairs every now and then, but it's nothing too serious. So I'm just going through making sure there's no tangles, no knots, making sure that I can easily part the hair. As you can see, there are layers in this wig, but they're just not popping. Like, they're not really noticeable or dramatic, and I just wanted to make the wig look fuller and shape it to my face so that it looks a lot more natural. Yeah, so at this time I'm looking like Cousin It. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my scissors. You can use any sharp pair of scissors that you have in the house. Keyword is sharp. These are just a pair of scissors that I purchased a while ago from the fabric store. I don't remember what brand these are, or I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't see that. Yeah. Alright, I'm also going to need a fine tooth comb. Again, here are my scissors, sharp. Alright, so I'm ready to go. I'm going to take the comb and I'm just going to comb through one more time. I'm going to start with the left side of my hair and do the left half of my head. I'm going to take a small section in the front. This is the front left side of my hair. I'm going to comb it out, again, make sure there's no knots. And this is the part that's a little tricky and it's going to be a little hard to explain. I'm going to pull this section of hair to my right. Whichever way you want your swoop to go, you're going to pull it in the opposite section. If you want the swoop to go to your left, you're going to pull it to your right. If you want the swoop to go to your right, you're going to pull it to your left. So in this case, I'm pulling it to my right. Then I'm going to take my fingers and make a completely vertical straight line along the hair. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut along my fingers just as a guide to make that straight line. Again, I'm pulling to the right. Then I'm just going to let it go. And what that does is it automatically creates that swoop without any heat, without any products. It makes that nice angled swoop to the left. There we go. Yep. So I'm going to do this again. I'm taking a section of the hair. The hair is on my left side. I want the swoop to go to the left, so I'm going to pull it over to my right. I'm going to take my fingers and make a vertical line and use my fingers as a guide. The vertical line is so important. If it's not straight and vertical, it will not come out right. You have to have that vertical straight line. I'm going to cut. Lost a piece. That's all right. And I'm just going to let go. I'm going to take my comb it out, and it should automatically swing to my left side. And I'm just going to keep doing this all around my hair. I'm just working on the left half of my wig. Just pulling to the right, vertical line, cutting straight, and letting go. And it just nicely swings. Has that nice swing, nice layer, nice bump. And so I'm just gonna continue to do this all around the left side of my head. It's really up to you. Use your discretion as to how layered you want the wig to look. Again, I'm cutting along my vertical line, and then that creates that feathered bumped layer. Alright, so now I'm going into the bottom, the lower part of the wig. I'm doing the same thing, pulling the hair over to the right, the opposite side of my head. I'm cutting along the vertical line that I made with my fingers and letting it go. And it just kind of falls, makes that feathered, bumped look without having to use heat, without having to use flat iron, without having to use water or anything. Alright, so now I'm going to go over to my right side. I'm going to do the same thing. Now, working on my right side is a little difficult because I'm right-handed, so it's going to be a little awkward getting that vertical line, but just try your best to get it. Might have to get creative. Your arm might be a little uncomfortable, but it's okay. Again, I'm pulling the hair over to the opposite side. Since I'm working on my right side, I'm pulling the hair to my left, making my vertical line, cutting straight along my fingers as a guide, and then it just falls. I'm going to do it again. Pulling it to my right, making my vertical line, cutting it along my fingers, using my fingers as a guide, letting it go. And it just creates feathered look. Very easy. I'm just going to go back to the other side. Just keep working until I get the look that I'm going for. So I just want to kind of mention that when you're cutting, it's really important to make that vertical line and to cut along that vertical line using your fingers, because if you don't, it's going to cause you to create a more blunt cut, and that's not what we're going for. We want it to be more feathered and more angled. And then also at the same time, you want to make sure that when you're pulling your hair over to the opposite side of your head, you want that to be as horizontally straight as possible, because that also helps create that feathered, angled, layered look. So you really want to make that line going across your face to the other side as horizontal as possible. So you might need to pull tightly. Alright, so I'm just going to finish up real quick and I'm going to show you all the final look. I'm just going to go through again and add any more layers that I need to get my look. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm all done. This is the final look. I hope that you guys like it. Again, I love this wig. Jannie is one of my favorites, my absolute favorites. A wonderful, wonderful wig. Very beautiful wig. Please, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Thank you all for watching.